Audience, you can see us in just a moment. We've returned. Everyone appears to be in the correct spot as well. In chat, did I get the new Oleana? Cotton has apparently been drawing Oleana the whole time. Just really knocking it out here with the cotton-tailed style art. Big pile of hair. Huge hair. Bigly hair. I mean, we're talking mega poofing. All right. Straight up styling. Friends, when we left off, you had just sent off your new friend Doral, who you repeatedly badgered until he broke down and confessed that the love of his life had been murdered, and he came across it and was basically broken as a man functionally. Now he's gone home to his mama in order to cry it out, but he said he definitely wasn't going to cry it out. But you know for sure that's what's going to happen.
Wednesdays.
You are left with a festival scene, several tents, places where games will obviously be set up either partially or fully prepared. The poll. You have some ideas. You have some plans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Let's talk about it.
Either we go to Miller Reed's mill or to Miller Reed.
First, I think we need to see if there's any sort of tracks that we can find around here, and then we can go to Miller Reed.
He cleaned
just
up
to
the
ensure
tracks.
that's the direction we need to go.
He cleaned up the blood.
Oh, okay.
He didn't mention anything about tracks.
Yeah.
If you are looking for tracks, I will take survival or investigation, depending on how you want to attempt this.
I will try unless someone else wants to try it. I will at the very least try to assist.
I can assist.
I can try. Oh.
You want to assist?
Sure.
I don't give no hoots.
Very well. The two of you working together. Torches to the ground, noses to the ground, dark vision to the ground. Spread some light around and try to cast some truth on this crime scene. Give me some rolls with advantage.
One or the other. Whoever has the higher.
What's?
I don't have any proficiency in survival, but I do.
What's your wisdom?
16. +3.
Okay. Edward, what is your survival? What's your wisdom?
You don't want this.
This does not seem like a man who tracks people through the night.
You don't want this.
I'm going to guess that Lola needs to make the roll.
Well, look, that's a 1 and a natural 20. Yeah, that's a solid. That's a solid.
How does that work?
It happens all the time.
So you take the better of the two when you have advantage. So that's a 23 with a natural 20. Listen, you get it all. You get everything. All right. If you'll allow me to narrate a little bit to authorialize, I don't know that we know that much about Serana's communication, but I feel like maybe she takes a deep breath and kind of imagines animals in the area helping her out. You feel on the wind whispers of what has happened. Walking through the area, perhaps, feeling the grass, you conclude that upwards of 14 men wearing very poorly maintained boots came across this location, surrounded the area, and then one of them shot her in the back with a crossbow bolt. But the wound that you saw doesn't match a normal crossbow bolt. However, with this 20, you believe you can track them back to whatever location they may currently be at. I mean, obviously they've got a 16-hour lead on you, but you know that they headed further west out of town.
It's impressive.
Into the woods.
I'm sorry.
Well, you may be. Go ahead. You may be wanting to ask the same thing I was.
You totally go first on this one because I was going to do something different.
I was going to ask, could we try to see if west would be towards where the Miller house was, basing on where the other.
No, the Miller house would be northeast from here. It would
Okay,
it would
so
be
it's-
back. You'd cut across town in order to get to it.
Yeah, can we see what's to the west?
I mean, your knowledge of what's
Technically, I have no idea what's going on.
yeah,
actually.
like your knowledge of what's to the west of this place is that it's like a general forest. It's the king's forest. You know, it belongs to the king. People don't really travel through it. The road here cuts through it, but only insofar as people from Camlin or farther occasionally come down to hunt here.
Okay. So knowing the information I have and knowing that tracks are probably like this won't last long, me discerning a direction we need to go now. I'm just gonna tell the party, hey guys, we need to go this way now.
Okay.
And I start walking.
I guess we're going that way.
And how far can I follow this knowledge that I've gained?
Allow me to tell you what you all come across. Let's talk about the light situation, right? You're traveling at night. Your approach will be incredibly obvious if you have lights out, but if you don't, anyone that doesn't have dark vision will be stumbling in the dark. So what do you want to do?
Everybody has dark vision.
No, I have dim.
No, you also have dark
Uh,
vision.
No, I have dim.
Do I have dark vision? I don't think I do.
To D&D Beyond.
I think you do, Lexi.
You're as Asmar has dark vision. Even though
Okay.
I'm pretty sure tieflings do as well.
Tieflings have dark vision, 60 foot.
Yeah. Oh, so I must have put it in my because I'm looking at my roll 20 sheet. I just
It
must
says
have put
something
wrong.
about dim light.
It's on the
and
power
I
of D&D Beyond. Abbott Franchise, you have 60 foot dark vision.
Okay,
Sweet.
yep.
think,
Yep.
I do have
Dark vision. I'll definitely turn off my light then.
With D&D Beyond, it couldn't be easier.
And the elf obviously has dark vision. So everybody has dark vision.
You straight up all creep through the night, through this forest.
Can I
It-
do that on purpose?
Do what?
Like roll for it?
For what?
For what?
Stealth?
Sneaking.
Yeah.
You just,
Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean that's my whole thing. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, please. Let's turn this into a group check, I would think. Have everybody
Good,
roll, and if
because,
at least half succeed,
Because
so-
I have disadvantage.
well, then you're going to suck really bad.
Does it can we roll survival instead of stealth?
No.
I have disadvantage. I too have disadvantage, so
Why do you
Then
have
you're going to
disadvantage?
suck.
Oh, do you have heavy armor?
I didn't put anything in dex. I don't
Is it like fairly obvious that we're all like starting to sneak and like try and do that?
Well, listen, here's the great
Ah.
news. Everybody but Arnaldo succeeded, and since more than half of you succeeded, you cover for his failures. So listen, the rest of you get frustrated fairly quickly. If a man could hit every dried, broken branch in the forest, he would have. And let me tell you something, that armor, the oiling on it is inconsistent at best. All right, there's squeaking noises in ways that you think shouldn't be done, but with a lot of whoosh and you manage to cover his failures of stealth.
I feel like Arnaldo is doing like the most
Actually, yeah, I
like,
was gonna
over dramatic
actively.
sneaking, like like wide
Yeah.
leg,
I was gonna
hands up in the
actively
air.
toss in sounds with my super.
Oh, your thaumaturgy? Yeah.
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 Like, whoo, hawk over there.
Step on every branch. Just hear the chainmail shuffling of.
When you fell over, I made thunder in the distance.
Yeah. As none of you have a light source out, you notice at great distance, about 20 minutes into the forest, a light. It appears in several hundred feet, perhaps 1,000 at most. Someone has set up a camp of over a dozen tents of varying sizes. Some, perhaps only one person could sleep in it. Others are large enough that you could keep 4 or 5. There are seats around this fire, but even at this distance, you see no one sitting at them.
As we get closer, I don't think I told the party yet. There are over a dozen people involved in this. Keep your eyes out.
Oh, that would have been nice to know. A few hundred yards back.
Now he's like drawing a sword.
I told you now.
Yeah.
Well, it's more of like pulling out a great axe. Oh,
I mean, at that, yeah. Yeah, I do acquire myself a weapon into my hand.
Very well.
What do I have? I think I want to do a crossbow.
Is there like torches out? And if
Nope, just a campfire.
just a campfire?
And there's no one. How late is it?
When we started the night, perhaps 2 hours ago, the sun had set a short while ago. Now I would say it's probably sometime around 11.
I definitely draw my mace.
Is there anybody about that can be seen?
Yeah, if they're not there, I look behind me.
So I've moved us over to a map.
Oh, yes, it is a map.
You could see here, there's a very large fire here. Many tents, some much bigger than others. No one appears to be present. You can hear snoring as you approach. But should you go any further into the camp, your attempts at stealth will fail immediately, given the fact that there's a hugely bright light coming from this bonfire.
Like stealthing if we make a noise?
Yeah, like if someone wakes up and looks outside, they're going to be like, oh, there's definitely someone moving, right? There's no place to hide in this camp. It appears to be somewhat semi-permanent.
Can we tell at all how long it's been here? Is this the elves? Or do
That's
we
a
know where
great
those
question.
guys are?
I invite you to make a nature check, please.
Oh, me make a nature check?
You were the one who was asked the question, were you not?
Okay, well I'll make that nature check.
Very well. Trust in the power of the dice. With D&D
Is this the
Beyond, anything is
direction-
possible.
Is this even the direction they would be at? Because I thought they were more east.
With a 10, you believe that this area has probably been lived in for maybe a day or two. They seem to have professionally flattened the area, disturbing the nearby forest.
Professional.
The wood that is in there is, how do I say this? It's green, like freshly cut from wet trees rather than gathered up dried wood. Right? Instead of going around and being like, oh, this is the safe stuff to use, they just cut a tree down. We're like, yep, we're going to use that.
By any chance, are you able to shrink that fire from here?
Yeah.
Is that...
Yes.
As
Yeah.
soon as you do that,
It lasts a minute.
you hear someone go, oh, fire's getting low.
I fix
Jacobs,
it.
get up.
Oh no.
Jacobs, go anyway. Get more wood on the fire. And you hear someone from another tent go, fuck off. And you hear
I hide.
the first guy go, oh, you're still hidden. You're still hidden, right?
Oh, okay.
As long as you remain at the edge of this camp, if you don't go past this road on the map here, you remain in darkness to what I will call human eyes, perhaps. If anyone is capable of seeing in dark vision, the five of you standing in the open, yeah, okay, you hiding is good, right? You hide behind a nearby rock. You're like, pressed up
Them's
against
is
it.
bushes right over there to the left. I'm just saying.
Those are trees. Yeah, you can hide in that area as well. Big trees.
Oh, like tall ones. That
Yes.
Much.
But they've got a lot of,
Danglies.
Yep. You could hide behind one.
That's where I'm hiding.
The rest of your party is standing in the open.
I
I'll definitely take some cover as well.
I yank a sleeve as I go.
A nice rock over here, I guess.
You
I see
hear the one that answers to the name Jacobs go, fine, I'll do it, but only because I gotta pee. Oh, I'm getting too old for this shit, boss. You hear somebody else go, shut the fuck up, Jacobs. From this small tent over here, a man comes out. He is still dressed in what I will call combat leathers. He's covered in knives. It would be remiss to say that he looks like a rogue, basically. And not like an adventuring rogue, like the kind of guy who robs you on the road and then stabs you and leaves you in a ditch. He comes out. What is missing, however, are his pants. He's only wearing kind of leathery underwear. And he just kind of is stretching in the process and like waddling out to the west. And you hear him go, oh, oh. Oh, they killed my throat in the process.
Yeah, you gotta pee quieter. It's gonna ruin your throat.
You hear, you definitely hear relieving sounds. And then he begins, like old manning, leaning down, like gathering up branches and such.
Is
Wait.
the fire snuffed out completely at this point, or just very
So
dimmed?
my understanding is that it has been swooshed down and then gone back up.
Yeah, I fixed it. I removed the spell because they were complaining.
But this guy
Can we
is
see his-
still.
I can make it low again.
I was wondering if we could see his features to see if he is human or if he's elven.
He does
from where we
appear to
are.
be human. Please, if you would like to take a closer look, make a perception check. I invite you. I would
Okay.
say it's at disadvantage because of the great distance, the lighting conditions, and all the tents in the way.
Okay. How do okay, so I do always how do I make it a disadvantage when I roll on roll 20?
Yeah, when you roll on roll 20, if you hit the skill, it'll be the lower of the two options.
Oh, gotcha.
If you just roll, it'll roll 2 dice. You got a 7. I mean, black hair, calves, like big, strong calves. I mean, you get locked in on those leg features because it's the only visible thing that you can see beyond just kind of general armoring.
Okay.
I mean, this guy definitely runs, right? We're
He
talking.
does not skip leg day.
Yeah, he's shredded for sure. You could tell it's probably going to be like 2 or 3 more minutes of him gathering up branches.
I don't want to wait. I make the fire go down again.
I would say, make the fire go down.
And you hear someone go, "Jacobs, and you hear Jacobs go, "Come on, I'm
Within-
gathering it. Listen, go the fuck to sleep."
Yeah.
Should we try to like subdue him and ask questions?
Like really make it low.
Maybe we just jump him and tie him up and ask him some questions.
Jacobs wanders over. He pours, 7 or 8 large branches onto there and just looks at it and
If at all possible, I make it dimmer when he does that.
oh boy, he gets down in there with one of them and is like poking stuff. Right about this time, your 1 minute
blast.
thaumaturgy is off, and he's like, "Whoa." He looks satisfied as if he caused this. He's like, "Yeah, that's."
What's over here? If I can't.
What are
I'm
we
trying to
talking over
tab it
here?
Like him,
Over here,
like
where?
this
Uh,
black section.
But that's part of the map. Assume it's more forest.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say it's like I would like try to go over there and make some noise for him to.
Oh, okay, all right. Make a
Wait,
performance check.
where are you? Are you right next to me?
Yes.
I'm on the opposite side of you.
Okay.
You seem to be over here.
I can also make sounds. I'm just saying. You don't have to go over there.
So just to be clear, you're going to sneak around to the east side of the fire this way. Correct? Like this line on the screen?
Yes.
All right.
I'm not right next to him. I'm already
Correct.
by the fire or by the rock. So.
Yeah, that's Cottontail.
Oh, you're over here, right? Okay, so you are
I-
going to be making what kind of noises?
Just like some breaking twigs almost.
Okay.
You
I mean,
made
you-
it with your face.
If you just
I'd love to hear that.
if you just want to make noises, for
Yeah,
sure,
just-
he's gonna Metal Gear Solid it. He's gonna be like,
He doesn't even have to do anything. He just
What
walk
was
over
that?
there and he did it.
yeah. You press yourself up against the rock. Vinrin, if this guy turns in this direction and walks more than a few feet, he's gonna notice you almost immediately.
I will sink backwards into the forest
Very well.
out of eyesight.
I make a no, I don't do anything. I'll let this play out.
He walks over and he draws 2 throwing daggers, and he goes, "Who's there?" And he like looks out, scans the forest. Can I have you make another stealth check there, Arnaldo?
Sure.
Can I attempt to assist him with the stealth check?
You're nowhere near him, so I can't wait
No,
for
I
you
mean with a minor image.
to walk me through it.
I want to make it look like a deer is running away from where he's trying to hide.
Allow me to double check and make sure that this is something you can
Minor
do.
illusion.
Minor illusion.
I
Almost.
can make a soundless picture.
Well,
I can catch
Mhm.
up.
An
Yeah.
image of an object, such as a chair, some muddy footprints, no larger than a 5-foot cube. So like a small deer.
yep.
So
Yep.
when I see that, I add small and harmless ground tremors, so you can feel it in the ground.
Just one moment here. I just want to make sure that all the spells you're casting, none of them have verbal components, so that you guys don't have to be like, ooh, like loud noises, right? Minor
Oh, actually,
illusion.
It's
It is-
somatic.
Yep, yours is somatic immaterial. You create.
Thaumaturgy is verbal.
Yeah,
It is.
thaumaturgy will involve you having to speak something out loud before it kicks in. Yeah, look, you can assist him with the deer, for sure. Lola, I believe you were adding something to this?
V means verbal, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm
Wait,
attempting to do this
Is
quietly. I mean,
verbal, VS, is that verbal and semantic or verbal
Yes,
or...
that means it requires hand motions and also speaking.
Got it.
Verbal components in 5e require you to speak significantly to
Okay.
be heard at like a regular speaking volume.
There's a
You don't want to cast.
couple.
You have to Gandalf it basically.
There's a couple
Got it.
spells that specify it being quiet though, but it's
Yeah, it'll be in the component section of the spell if that is so.
so
Please make your roll at advantage
well it's
and disadvantage. Okay, so this is for all the new ones. If you have advantage and disadvantage on something, it cancels out, and you just take the first roll.
And they don't. The advantages and disadvantages don't stack.
Right. You can only ever have advantage or disadvantage. You can't have like double advantage.
Yep.
Please make your
so
roll and let
just
us see that first die. Don't suck.
13.
He begins to approach closer and closer. He sees a deer there. All right. And he goes, shh. You can see he's like, He starts approaching real slowly. He's like, don't move, little one. I'm a friend. A friend. He's got his two knives, and he's like, he switches them so they're down-handed grip, and he's trying to hide the glint of them from the fire, and he's like, hold. He begins making like little noises that you make to a baby, like, ooh.
Yeah. Arnaldo's
He's
just
getting
gonna
closer
wait
and closer to
his-
you.
Arnaldo's just wait to his maul for him to get close enough for him to just whack him in the head real quick, knock him out.
Let me make a intelligence investigation check. What is your spell saving throw, Iana?
12.
You got a 12. Right before he's in maul range, he blinks real quick and then takes a half step back as if he can't believe what he's seeing, and you're pretty sure he broke through the illusion. Please, friends, I invite you all to join me on the initiative order.
Whoops.
He hasn't called out yet. You might be able to murder him before he says anything.
My luck with initiative is not great. I'm just gonna let you know.
You know, Pondo, you've maintained fairly often that you think that your luck with random encounters is bad. You just think your luck is bad. Well, my good friend, I've seen your kill count on BattleTech. I don't believe you.
I said my initiative roll. I didn't say much else.
is the initiative roll in the character sheet?
Yeah, the
Yes.
first core stats.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
It'll be a dex modifier.
Roll my initiative.
Did you go?
I try to click the initiative, but it's
You got to click your character.
You have to have your character selected, and it'll
yeah,
add
your
you.
token.
I got selected.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, you mean the dex
There we go. Oh,
token?
yeah, I actually rolled high.
Yeah, you got to click your token in the game.
Ah, okay, I see now.
Yeah, it didn't work for me at first. So this guy could roll a 19 or a 20 and beat me.
He messed up our order, Pondo. We went 13, 14, 15, and then you went 18.
Pondo.
What a shame.
Lexi, you want to just roll a d20 real quick, and I'll get you added?
Yeah. Actually, I got me selected, so that should work now, right?
Yep, it did.
There we go.
You're on the
Okay.
order.
3.
Yep.
All right, as
Very-
long as I'm not the only
Very
one.
good.
Arnaldo, you will be able to act before this guy does.
I'm going to swiftly try to hit him with them all in the face.
Yeah, yeah. Tell me more. And tell me in the form of, let's call it a roll.
I'm guessing I don't get an advantage for being stealth
No.
or hiding.
Oh, he knows you're there.
Okay. So then I'm just gonna do the good old fashioned whack in the face with a hammer. An oversized hammer, I should say.
I mean, is it like a fun hammer? No, that's not very fun. He
Well-
Blacksmith.
stumbles back before
Oh,
it
hammers are
lands.
fun.
Abbott Franchisi, you are still stealthed. This man is engaged with one of your allies at close range. As a rogue, I feel impressed to inform upon you that should you hit this person with an attack, you'll be capable of using your sneak attack on him.
Yes.
So it's now a once around thing. So even if you can attack multiple times, you only get it on the first attack. But it still ends up being a whole lot of damage when it lands.
Yeah. That.
Yeah. What would you like to do?
That.
It's not like I'm trying to tempt you into murdering this man.
No.
There are
really, it
many
was-
things you could do here.
There are many things I could do here, and I think I'm just gonna do what everyone else is doing, which is fuck up a poor guy who wanted food.
How will you do that?
I'm gonna shoot him with my crossbow.
Draw, load, fire. Let's do it.
Well, it's already out. That's for sure, and ready to go.
You are technically hidden, so you
You get advantage on this roll.
get advantage.
Okay. Oh, I had a short bow. That's what I have.
Works for me. You draw, fire. Yep.
That'll hit.
Okay. Would you like to add sneak attack to this?
It didn't roll a. Well, you automatically add sneak attack.
Yeah, it didn't. No, I mean, you can choose to add sneak attack to any
Guess that's
attack.
true.
Yes, I didn't
Roll
choose.
your
Was there a button? or
D6
something?
for damage first. I don't think you
Oh.
had your damage put it in the.
It should be
sheet.
2d6 because I'm level 3.
It is for your sneak attack. But I'm talking about
Yeah.
your bow. It didn't.
Didn't roll
Oh, it
bow
didn't-
damage. It
It
only
didn't do
did.
the full damage. Okay.
It only did 2 damage. So you'll be rolling 3d6 total for bow plus sneak attack.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so 3d6.
Yep. And then we'll add
Yes,
2
sir.
to that for your set damage. Conceivably kill a man. That's 16 points of damage, friend.
That is a lot.
Friend Edward,
Nice.
allow me to ask, how do you execute this man? Quietly.
Yes.
Shoot him in the
in-
throat.
No, but I'm asking, like, how?
How?
How? I
I
mean, we're talking throat, head, eye, heart.
Mouth.
it is
Knee?
poke your eyes out.
Oh, boy.
So
As he is struggling, he makes the turn to go run back into the camp, and as he does, an arrow just sails into his eye, and he goes, "Oh," and he falls backwards with a little bit of a thump, and someone's just like, Jacobs!
Question. Can I cast
Can I-
Spirit the Dying on him to keep him alive?
He is super dead.
Okay. But if he's at 0 HP, it says I can cast it to stabilize him.
At a certain point, if the damage rolls
Yeah, it's
over
way.
in the negative of his health, he's. Just
I'll tell
dead.
you what, if you really want to spare him, you definitely can do it with your action.
I mean, I want to know like what's going on. We could have just killed an innocent man.
We'll get around to
Yeah,
that.
we have
Okay,
No clue who we just killed.
so he's not. He's dying. Technically, so technically he's dead, but if you want to spare the dying him, we will allow for this, right? Like, normally when NPCs die, when enemies die in this way, they would be 0 hit points dead. But you've indicated this is important to you, so if you want to drag him off into the night and interrogate him, definitely a thing you can do. Before that happens, the guards all get a turn here. They have no reason to suspect that anything has happened. So they do nothing.
Well, he said Jacobs, right?
Someone said Jacobs, but they say Jacobs anytime anything happens.
Okay.
Shannara,
Yeah.
what would you like to do?
I mean, at this point, is delaying still an option?
Yes. So in 5th edition, you can hold your action, You can't delay to like a different initiative order, but you can say, I would like to hold my action to do this. The only thing is you can't move during that, so you have to move now if that's a thing you want to do. So you can't be like, I would like to delay if someone jumps out and then run up to them and hit them. But you could say, I would like to delay until someone pops out and then I will shoot them from where I'm standing.
Okay.
Doing nothing, of course, is also an option.
I think I'm just gonna do nothing because at this point I didn't think we wanted this guy dead.
Yeah, there's a little bit.
I honestly didn't think I was gonna kill him.
It was, you know, this is an impulsive stealth situation. There's a little bit of confusion going on, you know?
Or am I able to grab? Like I've seen him falling, right? Can I grab him and drag him behind the rock?
Absolutely. Sure. You run out there and you drag him back. You have enough movement to do that. Yeah, you run out there. You spend 10 foot of movement. It takes you 20 to get back because you're dragging him at half speed. You get him back behind the rock. There's a trail of blood leaking from his eye.
It's not a body.
Oleana.
I'd like to hold my action and cast a spell if somebody attacks us.
Very well. I believe we are down to you, Lexi. What would you like to do? I think you say you're going to cast Spare the Dying on him?
Yes.
Okay. He's no longer dying. He's stabilized and in
Excruciating pain.
4 hours he will recover. I mean, that eye's gone. That's permanent. He's lost his right eye. But in 4 hours, he will have 1 hit point awake.
Or until someone decides to heal him later.
Of course.
In the meantime.
Arnaldo. Things are going in your party's favor for once. Quietly, you have almost killed a man and dragged him to the edge of the forest. What would you like to do?
I will hold my action.
I gotta ask, like are the 5 of you communicating in like furtive gestures? Like, what the fuck is going on?
I haven't said anything to anyone.
That is what Oleana's doing. She's just like, what are we doing?
So like right now, I'm just curious. Is like everything calm? Somebody yelled Jacobs. There's no other tent stirring or anything like that.
Only been 6 seconds since Jacobs has been semi-murdered.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I will hold my action to of throwing a javelin if someone finds us and attacks us.
Okay. Abbott.
I kind of like wave at everybody. And then I do this, and then I point at the big tent. So
This
I
one
point
up
at
here?
myself, I do this, and I point at the big tent.
Arnaldo will nod.
And some
as
people may
you
not
see
be
him,
even
like-
looking at me, you know?
Yeah. See him just holding out a javelin, getting ready for someone.
Okay, so like I do that, and then I can move like what, 30, right?
30 feet.
Yep.
I am quietly gonna move my butt behind these tents over here.
Excellent.
On the
I
left.
invite you to make a stealth check at advantage.
Yes, I will do this. Where is my sheet, though? It's disappeared.
Just want to remind our viewers at home, with the power of D&D Beyond, anything is possible.
Okay. And what does it mean by at an advantage?
That means it'll roll twice. You'll take the better of the
Okay.
2 rolls.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
You're getting that because these guys have disadvantage to see into the darkness. 23. Fantastic. You move in
Yeah.
between breaths, following shadow and wind. No one can see your passing. In fact, the rest of your party doesn't see you at this point. 23, you disappear off radar.
Where'd he go?
I get, by the way, as I'm walking, I get an arrow out. Not like drawn, but like, like ready to like.
No reaction from the people in the crowd. Shannara.
Okay, so how do I know what condition this guy is in?
You can visibly see that he's stabilized. His breathing is shallow. He will live, but he'll lose the eye, 100%.
Okay. Am I able to do two things in one turn, like tie him up and cast a spell to heal him a little bit?
If you cast a spell to heal him, he will wake up.
Yes.
You can spend your turn tying him up. Do you have rope or manacles or anything like that?
I do have rope.
That will take your whole turn because that's 6 seconds. So you got to like pull the rope out and then like hog tie him and such. What are we talking about here?
I mean, immobilization at this point. Because if we plan to wake him up, I don't want him running.
Is there like a gag or anything?
Yes, I just don't know how I would personally.
Well, you have like a extra clothing or something stuff in his mouth.
Sounds good.
Okay, all right, yeah. You like. I love the idea that you kind of know what you're doing. You just don't really want to do it. You're like tying him up. You're like, oh, this is gonna hurt so much. And you like go through your bag and you look at your clothes. And you're like, what am I gonna put in his mouth? Like, all right, well that's kind of dirty. I'm not gonna need to wear that for a little while. Let's just put it in
She's
there.
a druid. It's all dirty.
It's really dirty.
She's a druid. She doesn't wash the things.
Hey, whoa! I would say, as a druid, you could just talk to your animal friends and they'll wash it for you. Snow White
yeah,
style.
washed by
Well, apparently
tongue.
in 5th edition,
Tongue
I don't
wash.
have any animal friends unless I cast spells. So
Then you just smell like badger breath.
Oleana.
I think she looks over at her tying up the guy that
Oh
almost
yeah,
killed.
he's solidly manhandled.
And then she looks over to talk to the guy that was standing next to her, and then she's just like,
There's a blank outline that it walks for a
Alright.
second. The outline walks and then it disappears.
and then she looks back to the group and she's just like, what do we do? What do we do?
Finrin.
I kind of just sit and wait because again, no one's around except for
Okay.
the druid who's tying him up.
I'm gonna drop us out of initiative order because it doesn't seem like anyone's doing anything extreme. But if extreme things happen, I'm gonna pull that thing back up. Talk to me about what's going on here. Abbott, you seem to be the one most actively engaged in what I will call opportunity to be stabbed.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna jump over to you and ask you what's the plan here.
My plan is I'm trying to skirt around everything. I mean, obviously, I don't know what's behind this left side here.
Sure.
If there's cover, I'd actually rather be there. Obviously.
Sure, it's forest, so yeah, there's cover.
Yeah. So I'd rather be in as much cover as possible. My goal is to stay out of the light and get to go all the way around here, all the way around.
You're going to the
To
big
here.
tent.
Yeah, I want to get to the back of the big tent.
I invite you to make one more stealth check.
Okay.
This one will only be a regular stealth check, no advantage.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Skazilzors. There's my stealth.
21. Somebody calls for Jacob again, and then they just go, "Oh, fuck it. He's probably just, beating it. All right, boys, we're good." You make it to the back end of the big tent.
Oh, sweet.
As you get close enough, you can see that there is a faded noble logo on the outside of this tent that the others lack.
Do I recognize this at all?
Make a history check.
I have thieved from nobles before, I'm sure.
I agree. But it's one thing to thieve from nobles. It is another to identify them based on their
No, yeah,
crest.
I'm just saying, it's a thing. Would you ask me to do?
History.
History. Okay. Let's,
I mean, if you're going to thieve from someone, you should definitely thieve from someone who has money.
always.
15. You identify, this is actually 2 logos that have been combined into one. This is a noble of House Ultine, and it has been set beneath the logo of House Bletzig. And
What
both,
was that again?
I will get you the names in chat. Ultine and
Copy
Bletzig.
pasta me.
Ultine and Bletzage. The House Bletzage emblem is larger and more intricate and more prominent than the Ultine one.
Okay.
You know these to be noble houses of this kingdom.
Do I know like race?
This
Attach them?
is a human kingdom.
Okay. Yeah.
I would
Are
say safely 95% human inhabitants, and all of the nobles are all human or half human, something else.
Okay. Do I know anything about like their nature or like family motto or like, you know,
With a
house
15,
motto?
House Bletzage, they are one of the 72 houses that run the nearby town of Canlim. House Ultine is a very minor house. You know, there might be only a few members of it. They certainly don't have a large merchanthood or a guild to overlook. They're kind of just someone who did well in a war and were rewarded with a little bit of land and a noble title. House Bletzage is the real deal. They're led by a man named Lord Craven Bletzage. He is a fairly big grain trader and is one of the like top 72 houses.
Mm-hmm. Sweet.
Sweet.
That was my whole thing, right?
Yep.
On to someone else.
Team choking a semi-living dude. What are we doing?
I like to get him, wake him up now to kind of interrogate who they are, what they're doing here.
You're gonna do it right here?
Probably want to drag him off a little deeper into the woods out of earshot in case he shouts.
Allow me to get my glasses real quick before I say this phrase that will delight me to no end. Would you like to split the party?
I got this. I'm cool.
Always. No.
We don't even know where he went.
Yeah, they don't know where I am. They have no idea. The only person that knows is the warrior, and he doesn't even actually know what I'm doing.
I don't. Arnado's gonna wait on the rogue that decided to go off by himself, as rogues do. In
Oleana?
Prime, I got caught and I'm about to get ganged up on like 15 dudes at once. I've done this. I've seen this. So I'll stay here and keep watch.
Okay.
So then it sounds like the women folk might want to drag this guy back and heal him up and start talking to him.
Okay, weird flex, but let's do it. The three of you easily drag Jacob, Skinny Bones Jacob with the big calves, off into the forest. We'll come back to that in just a minute. You'll get safely away from talking distance, and let's call it a minute. You know, let me ask, how safe handling are we doing here? Like, are you just dragging him along, letting him bump into all of the rocks, or like two people carrying him like he's on a spit so he doesn't touch the ground? Is someone princess carrying him in their arms?
Yeah, I'd like to make sure he doesn't like come to any more harm, just because like don't know if he's good guy, bad guy, and also don't want to worsen his condition before we can ask him questions.
What's your strength score?
It's a 10.
It'll be tough for you to drag him alone.
I would help, but I'm only an 8. So
Well, the two of you working together can definitely get him up off the ground. Abbott, I would jump back to you for the immediate future. Friend.
Yeah, can I see the warrior down there if I just like over the tent?
Make a perception check. You're wanting to see the party dragging this guy away?
No, I'm looking for the warrior.
Warrior.
He's the only one that
Oh,
acknowledged that
Arnaldo. You're looking for Arnaldo.
Yeah,
Oh,
Arnaldo, the paladin. Sorry.
his stealth score is so terribly bad that when left alone, he had a 2. You see him glinting in the firelight for sure.
I'm sure his, like,
You could
chainmail's
see him.
really
You could
polished,
see his
too.
back pressed up against a rock or something, and like his head sticking out. It's like a
And he's,
cat
holding
trying to
up a
hide.
javelin, getting ready to throw it at someone.
Yeah,
It's like in that super like Olympic pose too.
he fails Wells Waldo immediately.
Careful not to really make very much noise at all. I take the moment to try and like wave at him.
You see, ooh, that's a good question. Does he see?
I also take the moment. No, I don't. Never mind. Change my mind.
Arnaldo, can you make a perception check, please? I believe you need to beat a 21.
I am attempting to be seen and not heard.
Very well. I'll give you advantage on this.
Okay. I have a +3, so this should totally be fine.
Yeah. The math does not check out there, but okay. I mean, you're looking at an average of 16, but you know, with the power of Roll20 quantum rules, anything is possible. Yeah, that's anything is possible, like failure. But you're like, hey, over here. He's just like, da 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 da, da in his own head. He's ready for that Olympic throw.
I didn't add my bonus to it, right?
That's okay. You're not.
It's not going to help it much, but
no, that's not going to get you to 21.
That he's not responding. I spend the rest of the time just trying to listen intently inside the tent, and I get back behind a hiding position. Should I re-roll for hide?
No. Which tents are you trying to listen to?
Just the one I'm next to, like the big one.
There is no noise coming from it.
Okay.
And then you wish to away with yourself?
No, I'm staying there. I'm just gonna like chill out there.
Just right outside of it.
Yeah, just.
Okay.
I mean, there's no opening, right, in the back.
Correct. Oh no, there is. No, it's open on both sides. You could get in if you wanted to.
I didn't realize. Well, can I see what's in there?
Yeah, absolutely. Is this a little bit of like using a sword to push aside the flap or something?
Well, I did pull out an arrow, so I guess it would be just like.
Yeah, sure. You know, you use your hand. Inside, you find a fairly nice cot upon which there is a feathered mattress. Several layers of blankets. There's food and provisioning in here. 2 large chests. A very large bag on a table. The wood is extremely fine. There's more signs of House Ultine inside of this tent. Almost all of the goods in here are marked with the Ultine crest somewhere. There appear to be some papers on that table that have been spread out. There's red ink circling, pointing arrows. Hard to tell from this distance without like getting in there and standing over it, but you know, who knows what all of that could be.
Well, I'm spending a lot of time here. I should go to someone else.
We'll cut back to Shannara, Vinrin, Oleana. You've got this guy in the deep forest. One of you is casting a heal spell on him to awaken him.
Oh, yeah, I'll do it if
Very well. What are you casting?
I guess just cure
Okay, cure wounds.
light. Yeah,
Would you like to cast it at first or second level?
probably just first.
Okay. I think that'll be 1d8 plus your spell attack bonus. Your
If I did it right, I should have made a macro for it.
power of D&D Beyond. Let's just roll a 1d8 plus
Your wisdom.
your spellcasting ability modifier, your wisdom. What's your wisdom?
It's 3. I'm hitting buttons I shouldn't be.
Okay, it's fine. It's a plus. You give him 6 health back. In this situation, normally someone would gasp, but instead he goes. He struggles at his bonds and he's just flopping around. Then there's the screaming starts when he's like, ah! Ah! His good eye is blinking, and the eye that has the arrow in it is like trying to move around.
Can we safely extract the arrow from his eye?
That is something that should have been done while he was unconscious, but you can do it now.
Yeah, I forgot about the arrow.
Or leave. The object of a punching wound in the wound. Is
You
like-
remove it somewhat safely, but he still is basically screaming in pain in the process.
Can I take some of my clothing, rip it, and kind of tie it over his eye? Kind of as like
You're gonna make an eye patch bandage?
like a little bandage, yeah.
There's still screaming involved and twitching and moving. And
May I attempt to calm him down?
how would you like to do that?
She wants to just, soft voices, it's okay. It's okay.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give you disadvantage on this because this guy desperately wants to be heard. He's surrounded by 3 women he doesn't know. He can only see them with one eye, and he's tied.
That's all fair. That's all fair.
Please make a persuasion check at disadvantage. However, if you roll really well, this could turn out well for you. That's an 11. Okay, he calms down a little bit. There's no longer desperate struggles. You could see his eye going around like, oh shit, I'm so fucked. Like, he can't figure out which one of you to concentrate on. His breathing is slowing down, though, and he's no longer, like, hyperventilating and freaking out. You can basically tell that he's planning to kill all of you just as soon as he can figure out how to not die himself.
Question. With the fight, do I have to the spells, do they have to be prepared like on their little sheet, or can we cast any of the spells that we have?
You're a cleric?
Mm-hmm.
You would have had to in the morning pray to have access to spells, and then you can cast it in place of anything you would like.
Okay.
So you would have had to prepare it basically beforehand.
Oh, now I understand. Okay. Alrighty. I assume there's like a calming emotion spell.
I believe such a spell exists, but it probably
It is called Calm Emotions.
Indeed.
And I think it's the 3rd level spell.
That would be outside the range that anyone here could cast.
Yep.
No, it's a 2nd level spell.
Oh, okay. Well.
Yep. However, did you prepare such a spell today?
No, I did not.
That would be a problem. You know that you could calm his emotions if only you had 8 hours of sleep and then a couple hours or a couple minutes to talk to God. It would take a while.
Yeah.
Probably he'll be calmed down by then. What is the plan? The 3 of you standing over him.
I want to start asking questions about, like, what are they doing here and why?
What's in the box?
A diplomacy?
It would be persuasion or intimidate, depending on how you want to do this. Performance, perhaps. The deception. I mean, how you approach this will determine what I ask you to roll. But of course, if you're aiming for something, we can guide the discussion in that area. What's the go-to plan here? Remember, he can hear everything you're saying when you're standing near him. So if you're about to come up with a plan to trick him, you may
walk away.
want to walk away first.
I'll like lean down and says, I don't want to hurt you. We're just trying to figure some stuff out.
His eye focuses on you, and he goes, "Ooh, ooh, ooh."
We're gonna take that up, but you have to promise not to scream.
Unless you want to lose the other eye.
Is there like a sight, like?
There is. It's insight.
Insight?
However, I would like to invite you, Vinrin, to make a intimidate roll.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a natural 20. Please, Shannara, if you'd like to make an insight roll. I think we can tell what the results are, but your characters might not know that.
I guess it's true. Man, it's all in different spots. Sorry.
Oh, I love the idea that Vinrin, you're holding the arrow that his eye got stabbed with. Oh, we'll go. Oh,
the arrow
yeah.
still has the eye in it.
Listen.
Like a little goop is on it still.
Oh,
A tendril wrapped around it.
Please stop. Please stop. Oh, it's so disgusting.
I like to think the eye is still. Like,
No,
just-
don't. No. We're done. We're done.
No. It'd be like a grape. Mush.
Nope. Shannara.
No.
You know vitreous, which is a kind of pussy fluid that is in the.
You gaze
in the
upon
eye?
him, and you solidly deduce that this guy is now super afraid of all of you, but especially Vinman. Like, he's near pants shitting level of fear at this point. If you remove this from him, he's too afraid that you'll stab him to death before he can call out.
All right.
Perfect.
Okay, you remove his gag. And he goes, okay. How do we want to do this?
We're just looking for some answers about some elves back in that town.
When you say that, his already pale complexion goes to ghostly sheet white, and he starts sweating again. I've seen elves before. What do you want? He turns to look at Shannara. He goes, I'm looking at one right now. What do you want to know?
What are you doing here in the forest? Camped out like this.
Camping.
Just
Very normal activity that men do together.
On Wednesdays.
That's crying day. That's not camping day.
Oh, my mistake.
there's camping, and then there's like there's military like activity, and that's what this looks like.
He looks around, takes a deep breath, and says, all right, you got us. We're poachers, okay? We'll cut you in on the deal if you don't say anything to anybody. You know, we can slide a couple gold coins your way.
What are you poaching?
Boar, deer. This is the king's forest, you know? If we get caught out here, they'll kill us. You know, we're just looking for a little bit of extra money, some pelts, some meat.
So
Can I cast insight?
You can make an insight roll. Shannara, what were you saying?
I was just gonna berate him for being a wasteful hunter.
Ooh, yeah, that doesn't go over well with him. An insight is 7. He's afraid. You think that he will be truthful with you?
I kind of want to intimidate a bit more by saying, like, all right, you lie. You know where this arrow is going. You'll see it coming too.
Yeah. Yep. Why would I lie in this situation?
Just so you know, we found this campsite by following you guys' tracks.
Oh, that's weird.
And you guess where those tracks came from?
The King's Forest with all the hunting with all my friends. Because
From
we're
a dead elf.
He stops talking.
Well, I thought you're gonna help us out here. As I kind of like wiggle the arrow kind of in front of his eye.
By the way, I really appreciated that low-key eyeball stabbing threat there.
Yeah.
By the way, I caught that. That was nice.
He says, I want some of the money.
What money?
Well, let me just make some quick assumptions here. You're about to kill a whole lot of people, probably, or try to arrest them. All right? We've got some money from the boss, okay? I want some of that money, and I want to get to run away. I'll tell you what you want to know. I want cut of the loot.
I don't think you're in a position to be making demands. I think the fact that you're alive right now.
No. He says, no. You want to know what's going on. I'm alive. I'm alive.
Pretty sure you were dead. But
We
we
could change
need you
that.
alive.
He's
we
like,
could bring you back to dead.
He's just like, I was dead?
You were dead.
He's like, no, I know my bargaining position. Okay?
We don't need him.
We could just leave him out here. You know, all the wild animals that he's poaching, might
He deserves
find him
a
as
death.
The poaching was a lie, okay? The poaching was a lie.
Well, how do we know? You can't stop lying to us at this point.
I just stopped lying to you. The poaching was a deception.
So tell us the truth about what's going on.
I
here.
am telling you the truth about what's going on. I just want some assurances, okay? You snitch out on who I'm about to talk about, you have problems with your life. I'm gonna need money, and I'm gonna need the constables not coming after me.
I want to pull out the gold that I got from earlier and just kind of hold it in front of him.
1 gold piece. He's like, that's a start, but there's a lot more in the boss's tent, okay? I want...
Not for long.
How do we know this isn't a trick? You've been lying to us this entire time. How do we know that this is
I've
some
been
trick?
partially lying to you, yeah. But you could see right now, I got nothing left to lose. You've been telling me you're going to stab me in the eye with that thing, okay?
How about this? You tell us.
You
what
told
we
me I
need to
was
know.
dead, okay? How do I know that wasn't a trick?
Basically dead.
Mostly dead. Well, I guess
Basically
I
half dead.
could have still
Well,
been
you're
somewhat
like-
alive.
I'll make a deal with you.
Yeah? Yeah?
You tell us what we need to know,
Yeah?
and I will not kill you.
Yeah,
It's a
but that
solid
doesn't
deal,
mean no
dude.
one else in your little band here won't kill me, okay? That's not a good deal for me. Listen, lady, you know, I wasn't just born yesterday, okay?
We can see that.
Your deal is a very good one. How about this
Getting so
deal?
sassy.
I'll tell you everything you want to know about what's going on here. No lying. Give me some of the gold from the boss's tent, a share from whatever this little organization is, and you let me run. Good.
Deal. You get 2 gold. That's share.
Deal.
Can I give him 2 gold now? Does that count?
Yeah. He says untie me and I'll tell you when you want to know.
No. You say it first.
That wasn't part of the deal, yo.
Untie my hands as a gesture of good faith. I will sit here with my legs tied and I'll tell you what you want to know.
No.
Okay.
Can I intimidate him again?
No, because he's going to tell you what you want to know now.
Okay.
I'm a member of what you might call a secret society of fellowship brothers, experts in a number of crafts. You understand what I'm saying here, right? I don't think I
No.
need to outline and explain this. I was hired along with the rest of my fellowship to perform a task for House Ultine.
And what task is that? You're not being very forthcoming.
It's disrupting some elves, okay? Elven community. We would set up on the far side as some little shithole. We would sneak around the town, find some elves, kill them, you know, do so upsetting things with the bodies, and then leave, okay?
Do upsetting things with bodies. What do you mean?
Well, the local elves don't like it when you take their swords and, you know, maybe just like poke them a few extra times with the swords. I don't want to go into too much detail. I'm not into that whole thing. You know, I'm the, you know, quick, quiet death type. Okay, you know, I'm a professional. Okay, Jacob's the professional. That's what they call me.
You got caught with your pants down.
I'm not wearing pants.
Exactly.
I want to
call
cast
it.
message.
Okay, you cast message. Who's the target?
Is it Armando?
Arnaldo. Yes.
Ronaldo?
I,
Pondo
don't
the
think-
Maddo.
Because I don't know where the tiefling went.
I don't think I'm in range for message for you.
You guys are
120
you
feet.
guys are like 100 feet away. Yeah, that might be enough for message.
Yeah, message is 120.
Didn't
Yep.
they go like a mile out or a minute
No,
out?
no. Yeah, I'll say it's close enough. Sign off on that.
And then I'll in my message I'll say it was an assassination. These are the guys that did it.
Okay, I will figure out how to tell.
You
Habits.
can reply to the
That's
message. Yes.
This was dark.
After you say this, however, he goes, "Yep, we killed that one elf."
Wait, only one?
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
about
some-
the other.
Not two?
He's just like, "What other elf? We only found one. We had to leave because someone walked up during the middle of it."
Do you know where her sword is? By any chance?
Yep. We cut to Abbott. You're inside this tent, and that sword
I'm
is
looking
late.
inside the tent.
Yes. You could see that the sword is on the desk.
Cool. You said there was a cot. Is
Yep.
there someone on it?
No.
Is there anyone in this tent?
No.
I am in this tent.
Very well.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm picking up them papers. I'm not gonna even look at them. I'm just gonna pocket.
Okay. You're seeing a
Yeah.
lot of noble crests, a lot of cursive writing.
Nice.
There's
You said there were arrows. I want to take a quick look at that for real quick. You said there was like a
Oh, yes.
with like
It definitely appears to be a crude map of the local area. Right about where this campsite would be is circled, and then there's an arrow that shows to like go to the edge of town, circle around the town, head to the Elven Enclave. It's basically like an attack plan.
I am looking for literally. I'm trying to do a search check. I'm looking for literally anything of value that I can take.
Investigation.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Please show me the power of your dice.
I will show you the power of my dice.
With the
They are large, thick, and veiny. My dice.
I'm just waiting for that fabled natural one.
yeah,
I'm doing investigation.
yes,
Okay, cool.
13.
That's there.
You obviously find what is super clearly Senelena's sword. There is a bag with about 100 gold pieces in it.
Nice.
There are more of these papers that you're not really reading. You're just like looking for key evidences.
Yeah, I'm just. If there's papers, they're in my pocket.
Yep. There is specialty foods here. I'm not talking rations. These crates and the chests that are here, we're talking like salted hams, pork, deer jerky, spices like cinnamon, cardamom, saffron, a little bit of rice is in here. Like, whoever owns this has significantly more money than, Jacobs, the professional. You could also steal the mattress that's on the cot. It's a feather mattress. It's pretty large, it's like 6 feet long, but it looks like it's probably worth more than anything in here but the tent.
You know what? I want to keep it light. I'm not taking the mattress. I'll take the monies and one of them salted hams. I'm good.
Okay. Well, the idea of you sneaking out with just ham in your hand.
I mean, like, how big is this salted ham? I mean, is it as big as me?
We're talking like a ham steak, like this big.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Is there one that's been like chewed on already?
It's been sliced.
Yeah, I'll take some of that.
Yep. Okay.
Instead of the big one. Like, let's be reasonable here.
Okay. You're sneaking back out again?
So you said
John
trying to make sure. I slip forward to the front of the tent
Yep. Tell me more.
and I peek out.
Okay. There's a lot of fire. It's very bright. If you stay out here for more than a few seconds and anyone looks out here, you're going to be noticed immediately.
Sweet.
You see Alnardo standing.
Yeah, I wave at him.
Alnardo immediately notices you. You've got a ham-shaped object in your hand. Your head is sticking out.
I do one of these and step back into the tent.
Okay.
Sorry, no, just throws up his hands.
Arnaldo makes weird hand gestures, but he doesn't speak thieves' cant, so you have no idea what's happening.
Well, thieves' cant is a talk. I'm just
Well, it's not clear. Thieves' cant
thumbs up, baby.
Thieves' cant can be a number of different things. It's not just speech. It's also like hand gestures and such.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything complicated. I'm not trying
Yeah.
to thieves' cant. I'm just like whatever the typical like A-OK hand gesture is. That's what I'm trying to do.
We cut back to the rest of the party and Jacob the professional, where he has just said that the sword was on the table.
I want to start moving back to the group.
Okay, so he immediately goes like, "Hey, whoa, what happened to letting my legs go here? Come on, hands."
There's people here still. They can help you.
Oh, I thought this was like a group thing. I thought we were going, like I could fight beside you. I don't have trouble cutting these guys' throats in their sleep.
You want to fight with us?
Yeah, for 2 gold and a chance to get ahead of the constables.
I don't trust you.
I don't trust you either.
He nods. He's like, "That's reasonable." I gotta admit, I am in intense pain right now. I will agree to basically anything.
I trust him.
He just starts laughing
do.
deliriously.
Please do. Bring him back.
I mean, for one, I'm pretty sure like a small cat could kill him at this point. So why not?
Just push him out in a ditch.
I'm already yelling when we get back to the camp and then alerting everybody. Right now, everything seems to be going semi-smoothly. I'm not sure what's going on back at the campsite.
Well, yeah, but now he knows that if he says anything, he loses his gold and he will probably die. But if he doesn't,
But
then
you
he
already
can run
gave me the
away.
2 gold. All right.
Oh, you cut out there.
Let me
Wait, but we
workshop
could
this.
kill you.
Let me
I
workshop
know.
this. Okay.
My thing froze.
Mine did too. Oh.
Uh-oh. Well, we'll snap back into camera order when you guys come back. Or you could just unfreeze. Let me workshop this, okay? You know, I'm an individual who solves problems. You, I would say, untie me here. You've given me the money. I go the other direction, and we never see each other again. There's no screaming involved, because I like being not murdered. You like not having non-surprise. That's a good deal. That's a solid deal, you know? The other direction, there are not people in that direction that I want to wake up. I will go in that direction.
I make an intimidate.
What is the end game of this intimidate?
I want to basically tell him that I am friends with the majority of this forest, and if he tries anything, I will know, and they will not be happy.
I almost want to say deception, but I'll allow intimidate because there's a lot of intimidating
Whatever
words.
you think is better.
Yeah, no, intimidate. Let's do it.
Okay.
Let's do it. I mean, for all we know, it's true. We haven't seen your level of connection to this forest. Oh, you're a forest druid. Of course, it's true. This is literally your game. That's an 8. He's pretending to be intimidated. He's like, oh yeah, those squirrels. I am
Can
dire.
you tell that he's pretending?
Yes, it's almost level of mockery.
All right, at level 3, what kind of animal can I turn into? Can I do like a big bear?
I think you can do something like a quarter CR.
You can be a brown bear.
Yeah, you can be
Or
a
a black bear.
That's she's a moon druid.
Oh no, it's
She
no.
can be.
Well, I think it goes to half CR at level 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's take a
So
look
you can
here.
do a black bear.
I think she can do a wolf.
No, a brown bear is CR1.
At level 2, it's 1/4 CR, so wolf.
What is 3?
It's level 4 is half.
Oh, level.
You're thinking of
1/4 CR animals, so you can only be beasts.
Black
right?
bear CR half.
You can be an elk, a giant badger, a giant frog, a giant owl, panther, a swarm of rats, a wolf, a cow, a constrictor snake, a boar. Any of those jumping out at you?
And a panther sounds very.
Okay, you turn into a panther. He's just like, this is some Animorph style stuff. You like turn into a panther. He's just like, wow. He's clearly never seen rare druidic magic before, and he's shook.
That's what
Yeah.
I wanted.
All right. Well, let me tell you something. In the darkness of the night, your eyes are super yellowy and glinty to him, and he's just like, "Oh shit!" Like you can tell he wasn't intimidated before. Now he thinks, "Man, I'm gonna get eaten. This elf is gonna eat me." Oleana, Vinrin, what do we got going on here, friends?
I'm just watching.
Okay.
Can I just untie him?
I mean, doesn't sound like anyone's stopping you.
No, I wasn't gonna touch him.
I untie him.
Okay. He starts backing away eastwardly, which is not the direction of the camp. He checks his pocket to see that he still has the 2 gold pieces, and then he bites one to make sure it's real and not an illusion. And then he's just like, okay, I'm walking away now. You guys are good? Good? So he's like looking at Oleana and Vinrin, then he looks at the panther and he's like, we good? Okay. Old Jacobs, the professional, just quietly leaving. I'm gonna stop talking now. And he just starts walking away. Then he turns around so he can't see you anymore and starts jogging away.
I want to go back to the group.
Very well.
You guys are the group.
Well,
I kind of want to follow him just a little bit, just to make sure that he is going away and continuing to go away and doesn't circle around.
okay. Shannara, what's happening with you?
I see one person going one way and one person going the opposite.
I know
way,
it's a double party split. Would you like to go a third direction
Yeah,
and
go
quad?
totally different way. Fuck it, you're going back home. This whole thing is silly.
This is the forest. She is home.
Oh, well, nailed it.
I kind of want to stick with the buddy system here and make sure nobody's left alone. Because at least if Oleana's going back towards Arnaldo,
Okay.
we'll be together.
All right. You and Vinrin set out into the night to stalk, harass a half-blind man. He continues moving in the correct direction towards the town. It looks like his plan at one point is to just jump in the river and try to swim to the other side.
That's good.
And he
enough for
drowns
me.
because the current takes him and just pulls him under.
I mean, it's definitely going to take
Yeah,
him.
he's so weak. I mean, he's got this head wound. He's probably more.
But those
than
legs.
But those legs can carry him.
Yeah,
I mean, he can swim with those legs, glistening.
with the power of quantum rolls, who knows what number will come up when he attempts his athletics. But we're not here for that. We're here for Abbott French Easy. You got the sword, you got papers, you have a bag of 100 gold. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm kind of gonna go back out the way I came. The back. Before leaving, I look outside. Like I make sure there's
Yep.
not like
Take a look
fire
around.
peek- Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah. Okay. I get out there and find the shadows.
Yep. Perfect. You're sneaking back around to Ronaldo?
Yeah, that's pretty much the plan. Yeah.
That happens without a hitch.
Oh, I don't have to roll for it?
Nope. You've solidly made the roll every single time. Nothing has changed since then. You sneak over, no problem.
Yeah, I come.
We've concluded you're good at this.
I come back to Arnaldo.
You see Oleana approaching through the night. I would like to cut back to Shannara and Vinrin. Right as the guy, Jacobs, begins taking his chain shirt armor off so he can swim, you see someone approaching on a horse, going, "You there, rogue. What are you doing?"
I want to creep closer.
Okay, you're outside of, visible distance immediately. But please make a stealth check at disadvantage because you're so non-stealthy.
Yes. Okay.
Do you have heavy armor?
I do. I have scale mail.
That's an 8. The figure.
May help with you stealthing.
You're a panther, so you would actually use the panther stats to stealth.
Yeah, but I just don't know if it would help her to stealth.
Oh, definitely won't help her. That's a failure. You could see the figure go, "Shouldn't you be back at the camp? What do you?" And then she turns and says, "Whatever you're doing with me now, there's something out there." "Who's out there? Identify yourself."
No.
Can I go running in the opposite direction just to try to shake her off like they think it was me?
I mean, she did just loudly say no.
Oh, I didn't know you guys.
I didn't actually say that, but
Oh, okay.
I'll roll with it though.
No. I'm down with this. This is pretty interesting. So you want to intentionally be seen, and you want the deceit to be, "I am a panther. I was the one that made the noise. Follow me."
Yeah.
Make a performance check.
Okay.
$15. That's solid. The rider begins chasing after you, but you're a fucking panther. So even on a horse, there's no chance they're going to catch up with you. They make an attempt, though, because they have no idea that you're a panther, just that you're a shape in the night. You can see Jacobs turn towards where he thinks you are, Finrin, and you see him mouth, "I'm sorry," and then he jumps in the river. And that, friends, is where our story ends tonight. Mystery, adventure, intrigue. I had 3 planned encounters, and we didn't even get through one of them. That's the power of D&D, especially when D&D has D&D Beyond. Look, I'm really trying to upsell on Wednesday, but it's Monday. I actually do play D&D regularly on Wednesday, so, you know. Friends, countrymen, Romans, your ears that you have lent me, I return them to you. Our time with each other here has ended, but hopefully you learned a bit about 5e, maybe about things you can do, things you can see. Let's learn from the cast who they are, where you can find them, and maybe what they're doing later. Cotton, I want to start with you. Thank you for the fantastic Oleana art. You know that I literally live and breathe to consume art. That's basically it.
Hi, I'm Cotton.
Mhm.
Doodling stuff. You can catch me on Thursday nights here with Battletech, and occasionally on Tuesday nights where I will guest. Sometimes.
We'll see how that works out. Are you guesting tomorrow night?
Am I?
I don't know. I'm asking you. Like as I've said, it's your choice. You can show up whenever you want.
I don't know.
Okay.
Let me think.
Yeah, you have 20 hours to make that decision. So
I will make that decision within 20 hours.
very well.
Probably.
Got anything else to say?
Nope.
Lexi
Thanks
Tales.
for watching.
Hi, I'm Lexi Tales over at twitch.tv/LexiTales. I stream League of Legends and mobile games. Yeah, I play D&D from time to time. I'm also on the Pokemon YouTube cast as well. So,
And that'll be releasing next week while I'm on vacation. So people who are interested in our, let's call it Pokemon comedy show, very, very general description, you'll be able to get that soon. Get your next hit. You know, speaking of people who play Pokemon on Monday nights, Pondo.
I am Pondo, or Pondo the Mad. You can catch me on YouTube or Twitch/Pondo the Mad. Or you can catch me here on Thursday nights playing Battletech, or you can catch me here on Saturday nights playing Wrath of Glory or 40K. Well, both shows are on break until I get back on vacation a couple weeks from now. So
You know, it's all on
Yeah.
YouTube. With the power of YouTube, you can
it
watch
is
whatever
all
you
on
want.
YouTube. So
Yeah.
if you need to catch up, it is there. I've seen people who are crazy and caught up on like the whole season in a few days.
I think 2 weeks is the fastest someone's ever caught up on the whole series.
I think that was like start from finish. I think that was Eric, wasn't it?
Yeah, Eric is a madman. I mean, it's pretty rough to go through 260 hours of material. And
he typically is busy most of the time.
well, he's Eric Wilgaris. You never really know what's happening.
That's fair.
Yeah.
My turn.
Yep.
Very well.
Cool.
Please tell us about yourself and
Well,
what you think of D&D 5e.
it's fun. It's easy. It's everything's a lot more simple. Of course, that's what
I wouldn't say.
and it's true.
Well, it definitely is a compact, very quick to pick up
it's
system.
simple. I mean, I'm not saying
Yeah.
it's not like rich and complex. You know, don't get me wrong or anything, but it's simple. I mean, like, you know, there's a lot less that goes into figuring something out. There's it's
Concur.
Well, my name is Edward Flabber Jackson. I stream Dungeons and Dragons weekly. Saturdays I do 3.5. I stream blacksmithing. I stream video games of all kinds and variety. Occasionally we do various art projects. I mean, I do a lot. We're just a positive bunch of people having fun. And that's on PokeYourEyesOutGames, I guess. And Lola, she streams on the channel sometimes too, but mostly she's at work grooming them dogs. Tell them about the things.
I'm Lola. I groom dogs. And I play D&D.
It's true.
Solid.
True story.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's a full personality right there.
Yeah, I was there for that last bit.
I'm harassed by a cat and I play D&D, so yeah. Friends, that is the end of our time tonight. Check all these wonderful people out and have a good night. I'm hosting somebody after this. I don't know who yet, but it will happen. We'll see you next time. Maybe. Actually, I guess there isn't a next time at the show. We'll see you sometime. Fire noises, swishing outro, and then, oh, it's not the fire one. Okay, well, you know what? Just go with it.